What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Jack Yulee, man, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really get to dial in the settings how I want to, but no excuse, no excuse. But at the end of the day, I'm bringing you this video to talk about opportunity. When it presents itself, you don't need to be ready to take it. Just take it, man. I'm in there editing. It's Saturday, you feel me? When you book up the photo studio, and y'all just know how it is, man. Saturday is normally a busier type day where it's a lot more going on. So somebody had the photo studio booked, but they didn't show up for their reservation. I was in the editing studio, and I know the dude who do the classes and like check you in and out of the photo studio here. And let me show my mic on. He basically said, like, I just seen him out in the hall, and he was like, yeah, nobody showed up. And honestly, I wasn't even thinking nothing of it. Like, I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Like, people get it booked on a Saturday and he didn't show up. But I wasn't thinking nothing of it. Then he said, you want to book it? I was like, funny thing is, I didn't bring like my best lens. I didn't bring all my best equipment or whatever. But it's just funny because in the moment, I didn't even really think about it too much. I was just like, hell yeah, I'm gonna book that shit. Like, you gonna ask me if I want to book it? I don't care if I ain't got no idea. I don't care if I don't know what I'm about to do. But I'm gonna book the studio. I'm gonna figure out something. I'm gonna come up with something. And sure enough, I did. And it's a lot going on. Like, it's a lot of people here and stuff. Maybe I'll turn the camera and let y'all see. But it's a lot of people here and stuff. It's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, man, you got to be ready when stuff happens. And when stuff happens, you don't need time to figure out how you're going to do it. You got to figure it out on the fly. And honestly, I like the setup in here. This is really the photo studio that you use for professional, like for photos and stuff. But I got the lights on in here and stuff. I ain't really get to dial in the settings how I want to, man. So I'm hoping that it look like it looks straight, though. I can see it from here. It looks straight. But yeah, man. Jumping on opportunities even when you're not ready. Let's say right now, let me sit up, my bad, let me sit up. Take my phone out of my pocket. But let me ask you, let me say right now, right? Let's say you're a woman and you want to get into modeling, like randomly. I don't know, I just thought of that randomly, right? So let's say you one day just sitting at the Chick-fil-A and some random dude come up and he like the editor of a magazine. He like, I want you to be in this magazine. You're beautiful. Do you model? And let's say you never really done any type of modeling, but you want to get into it. And you might be thinking, dang, I'm not no professional, and this dude offering me opportunity. And you might be thinking, I'm not ready, but that's when you got to jump on it. That's your opportunity. That's when you run to it. Let's say you a chef. Let's say you cook food. My thing look kind of slanted. My camera looks slanted, man. I don't know. We're going to see it when we get to editing. I ain't even going to edit this. I'm just going to drop it on YouTube. But let's say you a chef and you want to get into maybe doing like catering or something like that. But right now, let's say you just cook for family and friends and you cook here and there. Maybe you a chef at a restaurant, whatever the case may be. And maybe one day you out, like, I don't know, you out at the library, so to speak, and you meet somebody and they talk about how they got a wedding or an event coming up and they really need somebody that knows how to cook and they're having a hard time finding anybody. That's your opportunity. Like, even though that's not your realm or whatever the case may be, that's where you jump in. Maybe you never done nothing like that, but it don't matter. This is your chance, you feel me? That's how you get your start. And you might be thinking nervously as if I'm not ready or I'm not capable. I've never done something like that. But at the end of the day, bro, this is your test, and you need more. This is an opportunity circling around, like how we talked about, circling around. This is one of them opportunities that stopped right on you. Either you're going to let it go by or you're going to grab onto it. And at the end of the day, whether you're ready or not, whether you're professional, whatever the case may be, the opportunity come, you jump on it. At the end of the day, it's just that simple. I'll just tell you a quick story. I know a girl who recently told me her music story, her come up. I ain't gonna say her name on there. I don't want to put out her business and nothing like that. But she was telling me about her first, like, I remember her talking and telling me about the first time she had her first opportunity to DJ. And it just like it was one of the opportunities that came around and she didn't really know how she was gonna get it done, but she jumped on it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it come down to. It come down to not being ready. Maybe they say that same thing about like when you have a baby, you'll never be ready. You'll never be ready for nothing, bro. Like, stuff happens and you're just not gonna be ready. Bad stuff happens, money situations happen, car stuff happens, bills, whatever the case may be. Kids happen and maybe you're just not ready, but you gotta figure it out. It's here and we dealing with it right now. We're not dealing with it later. So I just need y'all to be cognizant. When y'all have chances and when y'all have opportunities come in front of you, do not squander them. And don't be thinking that, yes, opportunities is abundant, but don't be thinking that you just gonna get 100 million of them chances. It's not gonna work like that. You might get one or two, might get two or three. You is gonna get 100 million, but not in the, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you gonna get a lot of chances. You gonna get ample opportunity to prove yourself and to become what you want. But at the end of the day, the more you delay them opportunities when they come around, the more you pass them by, the more you're going to delay that process of you becoming whatever it is you're trying to become. So just keep that in mind, man. Keep thinking about that. And I'm sitting here like it's some type of women of the arts thing going on. I'm sitting here thinking to myself like, dang, it's pretty cool to see, like, you know, it's pretty cool to see that people are, like, it's just cool to see that everybody into their own thing, man. You know, everybody into their own thing. Whatever it is that you're into, the next time opportunity presents itself to you to either get into it or to something that you're interested in or whatever the case may be, and it's just calling your name, go to it. Don't think about it too much. Don't be thinking about this and that. Just go to it and figure it out. And don't be discouraged, you know. It ain't got to be perfect. It ain't got to be perfect. It really don't. I was editing this video, and I'm not trying to make it perfect, but some of the clips look really good. And, you know, just sometimes you get a little clip or a little B-roll. It's just like photography, right? I'll be honest with y'all real quick. In photography, bro, I can have somebody in here, and I can take 100 photos. Sometimes, like, first photo out the gate is a 10. Like, every photos is dialed in. Settings is dialed in. Lighting is perfect. Model know what they doing. Communication is there. Positioning is right. Everything. Framing. Eyes. It's just like sometimes also I might spend 2 hours with somebody and only like 3 photos is actually like really good. The rest of the photos is just decent or they're trash. And that happens, man. Sometimes I spend 2 hours with people, or even sometimes I spend 10 minutes with somebody and already we done took 50 really, really great photos. And it's like, well, we're done. Like, why would we even extend it? We got all the great shots that we need. We're done. I'm just saying, man, sometimes it just be like this, sometimes it be like that. And you can't be mad at nobody what they're into. These women of the art, women that's into the arts. Some women into stripping and shaking, and some women into, you know, racing cars, or some women are into business or whatever the case may be. And just like some dudes like to play the game, some dudes like to play basketball, some dudes like to play cards, some dudes like to do photography. Everybody into their own thing, man. So like I always tell you, just let everybody do their own thing. You ain't really got to be too judgy on what people into, man. Everybody into what they're into. But nonetheless, when an opportunity comes, you got to strike, bro. You got to strike the opportunity when it comes. Because the dude could have came to me and I could have been like, nah, man, I'm kind of tired. I think I'm going to head back home. I think I want to take an SB. I could have just, you know, just pass it up like, man, I'm ready to leave, ready to slide. Nah, bro. Jump on that. Jump on that. We ain't got no plan? Okay, I'm going to come up with one on the way. I'm going to come up with one. And the time from he asked me and the time of me walking in here was probably like a 5 to 8 minute period. I was waiting on my video to upload, the video that y'all gonna see on my channel. It's about, I'm gonna just tell y'all, the video will come out before this, but actually, yeah, that video will come out before this. That video is about, I was at work one day. It's a baddie over here. I wanted her to come to the photo studio. I'll take some pictures of her. She a baddie, I ain't gonna lie. But it's a video, I was at work the other day, like 2 weeks ago, and some type of bird or something was on the ground and they saved it or whatever, but I was editing a video about that, and from the time I was exporting that video, from that time of that to me coming in here was like 5-8 minutes, bro. And I didn't know what I was gonna come here and talk about. I didn't know I was gonna be in here today. I left all my really good stuff, like my really good equipment at home, like my really good lens, really, my light, but I just jumped in here anyways. And I really wanted to put my gimbal on the stand. See, that's what I'm thinking now. Like, I could have had my gimbal on the stand and their camera that they give you in here and record twice from 2 different angles. But I also know, like, that's a Canon and lighting and everything. I just didn't have time to be sitting in here setting it up. You know, I just came in here, sat down like I'm making a YouTube video back at the crib. You feel me? Same thing, just with some lights. And that's really it. The only difference is really just the lights. Now, think about it. Really just the lights. Same camera, my mic, that's it. It's just dark in here and I got lights on. That's it. But yeah, man, I just want to be on this YouTube video to let y'all know when opportunity comes, strike. Don't wait. Don't play. How much longer I got this room? I think I got this room for like another 20. If I got this room for another 20, bro, I'm about to make another YouTube video. Oh, God. But yeah, bro, I'm going to go ahead and drop this video. Appreciate y'all tuning into my YouTube video. All right, Earthlings. I'm going to see y'all on the next one.